Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Lisa here. Today, what I want to talk about is healing. I had watched a video earlier this morning, and it was this girl saying that you can logically know your patterns, and you can even start processing it and changing your beliefs, changing your thoughts, and behaving differently in situations that maybe in the past would have been more reactive, but on the inside, you're still feeling that trigger. You're still feeling the frustration or the anger. And just because you're not acting on it, you're like, oh, why is this still here? I thought I had processed it. And then it led me to a thought about another video I saw yesterday. And this one was Gabor Mate. And he was talking about, so whenever you have a physical wound, let's say a cut, and the cut is open. Anytime you touch it on something or it gets bent, it's almost like the original force that caused the wound is happening all over again. And basically, that is what's happening inside of us with these emotional wounds. So, the emotional wound gets caused normally in early childhood. They say that all of these things happen before we're even 8 years old. So a lot of it, we won't even remember what happened to create that wound. But it normally is some need, being loved, being understood, the need to feel your frustration. It's some core need that wasn't met that created that wound. And so what happens is if we don't meet that need or it's not met by our caregivers, anytime something happens that's similar, it's like an open wound and you're just slapping it again. And it's like it all opens back up and it feels just like it did the first, second, 100th, time. And so that's really the importance of clearing it out of your body. You have to get in your body. It's not in your mind. On some levels it is. It's important to know the thoughts you're thinking and the stories you're creating about whatever's going on around you. But it's not just that whenever it comes to healing these wounds. It's deeper. It's in the body. And the antidote to it is meeting that need. These needs they're very simple. We all have them. You want to feel loved, You want to feel understood. You want to feel like you matter. You want to feel like you're enough. You want to feel like you are worthy. It's these wounds that were created so many years ago that keep popping in. And the thing about it is we've been taught to neglect our emotions. We don't validate them. We resist them. We shove them down. We bottle them up. But these emotions are the key to finding out what that need is. And this is what my coaching is all about. When we're in a session, it's not really about the story or the logic of what happened. I'm most of my clients have already been doing that. They've been in therapy. They've done the, what is it, CBT, the cognitive, whatever, and that's part of it. It really is. It's a big part of it. Being aware of where these things are, what they are, and where they come from is very important, but it is not the whole picture. And you can do this for years and you still feel the same agitation, frustration, like, because you're still abandoning yourself. You're not validating yourself. You're ignoring your emotions. And therefore, the need is still not getting met. And that's the key. And that's really what I do in my sessions, is get to that sensation in the body. And then we go on a little journey that helps to identify that need. And then I can illustrate how to meet that need for yourself. Like, you have to do it. I can't do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. And it's so relieving when this occurs. It's like you've been waiting your whole life to be able to, like, trust yourself and to believe in yourself. Like, you know, you might think something and then everybody around you doesn't agree, but it's like, you know that it's right for you. It's just that, like, I believe you. You know, it doesn't matter that nobody else does. Like, I know my truth. You know, that sort of in meeting your need on the inside is really the key to what I do. And the reason that I'm so passionate about spreading this, because I was stuck for years, self-aware, watching myself do these things. And even whenever I was responding and not reacting, like, that inner fire inside of me was still there, and it's so uncomfortable. And like, it's like, it can't just be like this. But the whole while, it was just wanting me to dig a little deeper. And once you get that, like, need and you meet it for yourself, it's like a huge weight gets lifted off of you. And you feel more secure. You feel more confident. You feel more worthy because you're giving yourself that, you know? And, like, it's not just a one and done. This is a practice. And the more you do it, the more automatic it becomes. And it gets easier, and you feel even lighter, and you feel even more free because you can be you, you know, and you can meet your own needs. You're not, like, trying to grab validation from other people or love, like, to feel loved. Certain things have to happen. You give that to yourself first, and then it kind of reflects, you know, and it's really just, it's amazing. But yeah, there's so much out there that's like, you know, awareness and changing your beliefs, changing your thoughts, you know, and you can do that until the day you die. And still you're going to have these open wounds inside of you because they were caused by needs not being met. And until you realize the need, which was a huge struggle for me, identifying my need, identifying my emotion, I couldn't do it alone because I didn't know how. Like, I needed help. And then to meet that need, I needed even more help. I'm like, oh, I know what the need is, but how do I do that, you know? And it's so simple. It's like literally just talking to yourself and, like, feeling that need in your body. Like, let's say it's love. Like, you're feeling unloved. Like, giving yourself love is like just feeling love. If you can't feel it for yourself, you can imagine somebody or something that you really love and just feel that in your body and, like, let it be there. And, like, what does it want to do? Like, what does it feel like to have love in your body, you know? And the more that you do this, the better it gets. And it's really, in my opinion, like the missing link in most healing circles. Like, I don't hear a lot about this work, and it took me a long time to find it. And I was searching like a detective to figure out how on earth can I, like, get better, you know? And it's just, it's so simple, yet it's hard to do in the moment whenever you're feeling that uncomfortable feeling and you're used to years of shoving it down and like minimizing your feelings instead of validating them. Like, have you ever done that? Like, oh, other people have it much worse, so my problem's nothing, you know? Like, no, you still feel that way. It's there. It's a messenger. It's a messenger. So yeah, like that's the secret sauce. And in that first video I saw, I was looking at the comments. The video was saying that you can have done the mental work, and you can done the belief work, and you can even change your behaviors, but you're still feeling the same thing inside. Some of the comments were like, yeah, it eventually will dissipate. And it's like, I don't believe that. Like, it's more, there's a need underneath that emotion. And you're the only one who can meet that need. You know? That's how it dissipates. Is whenever you figure out how to meet that need. Whenever you identify that need. So yeah, if you're curious about my coaching, I am currently giving out sessions, and a lot can shift in one session. In all of the sessions I do, I try and get into the body and like guide you through this process that I've developed and I use on myself multiple times every day. And it'll give you like that first step, like, oh, I can do this instead. And then, you know, you practice that. And it's so good. See you guys later. Bye.